we were discussing structure. As of now, we have just clear it. It is a user-defined data type. User can define its kind of structure what user required. Okay? Like a primitive data type, unlike primitive data type, it's predefined structure. It's store only primitive data like integer, float, character, this kind of data. And but structure can hold more than one data at the same time and different kind, as we have discussed till now. So suppose you want to store a record of student have different kind of attributes: student name, student roll number, student percent, student branch. So there are different kind of roll number is integer value, name as a string or a series of characters. Like your name is Rahul. Rahul is more than one character in Rahul. There is a five character in Rahul. Suppose you are, suppose you want to store the percentage of student. Percentage is a float kind of data type. Okay? So there is a different kind of data type. How we can store the different kind of data type into single data type? Like integer can only one data type, integer only. Float is only can store the float data type. So if you want to store more than one kind of data type into single unit of data type, is called the structure. Structure provide this kind of facilities. If we talk about the array also can hold the more than one values. Like array can hold 5 integer value, 5 characters value, 5 is a float value, but it should be homogeneous. Homogeneous is only same kind of data type. It can store. Like list of, if you declare int your variable name is a and type 5, means this variable a can hold 5 integer value. Suppose you type float f10, in capital bracket you write 10, means this variable f can hold 10 different float value. Is in the same way character 5 means this array can store 5 character values, but at the same time it store only single type of values. Like here it only store the integer value, here only it's storing the float value, multiple values but the same time. But in structure we can store multiple values and different kind. Like if you want to store the record of books in our library, book is title, it's a array of character, like book of C programming. Author name, it's again a series of character. Subject, which subjects this is belongs, this book belong, and book ID, it's an integer value. All these are the different kind of data type, but all this kind of data type we can store into a single data type is called the structure. Is it clear now? For more clarity, let's see the definition of structure. For defining a structure, the keyword is struct. If you want to define our structure, we have to write the struct followed by our structure name. What is this our structure name? Then different member of this structure. Like first member of our structure in the book is title, second member is author, third is subject, and last is book ID. So we can store more than one member variable into a single data type is called structure. For and the close by the this curly braces followed by semicolon. This is the simple definition of structure, how we can define a structure in C programming. This is the example. This is the syntax and this is the example. Suppose book, struct books. What is the name of your structure? Here my structure name is books. So struct books, character is the type of title of book. Title of book is the character type. It can store 50 character, maximum 50 character. Author, name of author. Character, character is the data type of subject, which belongs to which subject. And book id, it is integer. What is the id is provided by the librarian or the library staff. The unique id for the book is integer type. And semicolon and curly braces close and semicolon is a simple definition of your structure, how we can define our structure in C programming. Then how we can access our structure member? If we define, we have to access. So we can define our structure. After defining, how we access our structure. Okay. So as you have studied C programming in your first semester, you know the syntax of C programming, basic syntax of C programming. Our C programming start with header files. Your first header file is studio. How we can include our header file in C program? As include studio.h. Studio.h is a header file. Then the second file we are adding a string.h, onio.h, as many as you want to add header file in your program. You can include before start of your program. Then your structure, I'm creating a structure of books. So struct books, different member element of a books, title, author, subject, and book id, curly braces close, semicolon. So this is a definition of your structure. After definition after creating a structure, we have to access this structure. So start your program, C program, with main method. Our main method int is a return type of this main function. When this parenthesis you have seen means after the function. Main is a function, then we have set this parenthesis after this main function. After main function, open curly braces means the main function is start. Now here we are declaring structure variable. Here we are declaring our structure variable. This is your data type, struct book. Struct book, your data type, followed by variable name. As you write in C program, like declaring a integer variable. How you declare integer variable? Write int followed by variable name. Int a means integer is a data type and a is your variable name. This is simple. So in the same way, we declare a structure variable. Okay, is it clear? Like in C programming, you have declared integer variable. How you declare? Int followed by your variable name. So this is your data type and this is your variable name. The same way we are following in structure. This is your data type. This is your data type and this is your variable name. Here my variable name is book1. Okay, and the second variable I am declaring book2. This is the variable name and this is the data type of this variable book2. The simple declaration is very simple. Data type followed by your variable name as int a char f. So here character is the data type of this variable name f. Okay, same way this is your variable data type, this is your variable name. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, I'm sure many of you is clear. Okay. Again, I'm switching to other file. So we were discussing structure, syntax and example we have seen. Suppose you want to create a student structure. So we will write struct and student. Student.
Not visible.
What? Not visible? Okay, 1 minute. Is it not visible?
Yes, sir, not visible.
Okay, 1 minute. Sorry, I'm just. Now is it visible? Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
one
sir,
minute. Okay,
visible.
sorry, I will stop sharing. Okay, that's why is what not visible. So suppose you want to create a student structure. So you will write here an example. Struct is the keyword for structure and your variable name. Sorry, your structure name. Your structure name suppose student. Then your list of variable of student. Student has name. Names type is character. Name. More than one character, so we have to size maximum. Suppose your name is 30 characters maximum, and student has its roll number. Sorry, roll number is integer value, and float percent. Student is percent, it is the float. So there is only 3 variable, and after closing set semicolon. This simple declaration of structure. How we declare a structure. So how to create a structure in C programming as array. As we declare array name, suppose a 10. This type we declare array. It create a list of array starting with index value 0 up to index value 9. This is the simple array. ये क्लियर है आप लोगों को? फर्स्ट ईयर में क्लियर होगा how we declare an array and how it's get the memory allocation. Okay, this kind of, and here we store the value. Suppose is an integer value, we can store the integer value 2, 3, 1, 5, 9, 7. This kind of array we have handled in C programming as we have studied in first semester. So how we declare the structure? How we store the structure? This is the structure of array. Now see the structure of structure. Suppose you declare a student, we discussed students 3 data members. First was name, second is roll number, and third was percent. Name size is maximum size is 30. Roll number is integer. What is the size of integer variable? 2 bytes. Percent is float. What is the size of float data type? It's 4 byte. So what is the total size of your structure student as 30 plus 2 plus 4 is 36 bytes. So the size of this your structure student is 36 byte. Is it clear? So it is a simple structure of structure. Memory allocation. How we get the memory allocation? Suppose when you write integer a, it will get the memory allocation in your RAM. Suppose your structure of RAM, it will get the memory allocation in your RAMs. Here, suppose the address of this memory allocation is 100 sector is get the memory allocation for variable a. When you declare an array variable int, suppose your variable name is x, size is 5, so it will get the 5 contiguous block of memory. Suppose start from this point. Suppose this point is starting from 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. This 5 contiguous block will be allocated for this variable x type array. Okay, integer type array x will get the 5 block for storing the memory. Total size is 5. Each integer variable require 2 bytes, so 5 will require 10 bytes. Okay, so how the memory allocation happen in structure variable? How we get memory allocation when we declare a structure variable? Again, look, suppose you create a structure student. So when you declared a structure variable like struct student, your variable name suppose s1. S1 is the variable of student structure type. So what is the structure of student? It says 3 data element, its name, its roll number, and its percent. Roll number size is 30 bytes. Name is 30 bytes, roll number is 2 bytes, and percent is 4 bytes. So total size is 36 byte. So it will require 36 contiguous memory block for storing a variable of student structure. Okay, now I think is it clear how student variable get memory allocation from in the RAM? In this one announcement, one the Cisco meeting maximum meeting size is 50 minutes. So the 50 minutes over, so I have to restart the new meeting. So please rejoin this meeting with the same ID. The meeting ID will be same. I'm just ending this meeting and restarting again the meeting. Okay, so please rejoin again with the same meeting ID. Because the 50 minutes has been completed, so I am starting a new meeting. Please join a new meeting with the same meeting ID in Cisco. Okay, and so I'm just stopping this meeting and starting again. Okay, join this meeting with the same meeting ID. I will
Yes,
not
sir.
going to provide us different meeting ID. The meeting ID will be the same. Okay, so just
Yes, sir.
okay. Thank you. So everybody is joined. Can I start the new session? Okay, I am starting the new session.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So we have seen how the memory allocation happen in structure variable. How we can access the member variable of structure. Structure have different member variable or elements, as we have discussed in student. There is a 3 member variable: its name, its roll number, and its percent. How we can access or assign the value of this member variable in structure? So there is a 2 way to do this. First, using dot operator. Using dot operator, we can assign a value to a member variable of a structure. Your variable name, suppose you are talking about the student, there is a variable name is s1 dot member name. Suppose you are assigning the value to a name, so s1 dot your name equals to your value. Your name, what is your student's name? Then this semicolon. Simply we can assign the value to a member variable of a student by using this dot operator. Your variable name dot followed by your element or member name equals to your value. What's the value you are assigning? Or the second way is all member assigned in one statement. Here we are assigning each member a variable individually. First name, you are assigning name, then roll number. Here, suppose your variable name of a student structure is s1. So s1 dot member variable name equals to your value. Suppose your name, student's name is Rahul, and semicolon. Suppose you are assigning roll number to this student s1. So roll s1 dot member name is roll number equals to, suppose your roll number is 100, then semicolon. Student s1 percent, the member variable name is percent equals to, suppose the percent is 68.16, semicolon. So this is the simple method to assign value to member variable of a structure. This is the one method. The another method is all member assigned into one statement. In the previous way, we are assigning individually all the member variable. Here we can assign all the member variable at the same time. Suppose how we can assign, write struct your structure name, variable name, followed by values of member variable 1, values for member variable 2, and so on till the last member variable. Is it clear? So I'm just giving example how we can assign some of the student. We are assigning the value to student structure. So how we can assign, write struct your structure name is student, your variable name is s1 equals to value of first member. What is the first variable of your student? Is name. What is your name? Student name Rahul. The second value or second member variable. Second is roll number. Roll number is 100, and third is percent. What is the percent of this student as one? 68.16 curly braces close and semicolon. In this way we can assign to value of each the member variable of this student structure. Your structure name is student, variable name is s1. Okay,
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
आवाज नहीं आ रही बेटा? आवाज लो आ रही है, बिल्कुल नहीं आ रही?
आ रही है सर, आ रही है.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. So in this way we can assign all the value at the same time, but we have to follow one rule. We have to follow the sequence of variable name. Suppose you have declared in your student structure first name, then we have to assign first name. Second, if you declaring roll number, then we have to set roll number in the second place. If you are in the third third sequence we are declaring your percent, so we have to declare the third value percent, means we have to follow this order. You cannot set 100 Rahul and percent. You have to follow one sequence in which you defined your structure. Okay, I think it's very easy if you practice the structure. So this is a very simple example of structure, how structure work actually in programming. I'm taking a very simple example of structure in C. For structure for a program in C, we have to declare, we have to include header files. In the first line, I include studio.h header file in my program. In the second line, I include the conio.h header file in my C program. Then I declared my structure. My structure name is student. So struct is the keyword for structure declaration, followed by your structure name. Here my structure name is student. Curly braces open and set the member variable of student. What are the member variable of this of your structure? Here my structure is student. So first member variable is name. So character is the type of the name. Name is always in character. So char name. Maximum length of your name. I set maximum length of name is 30. You can set 20, 50, 10, 5 as you wish. Generally student name is maximum length is 30 characters. So I just set the length of name is 30 character. Okay. The next is ID. ID means roll number. You can think it is a roll number. So ID type is integer. It is always in integer. Next, age of the student. Age is integer value. 30 year, 20 year, 21 year, 22 year. It is the age is integer value. So I just set this variable as integer. And percent. Percent is in the type of float. Always your percentage in float, means after decimal some values. Okay. So I've just simply here is called the declaration. This is a declaration area. How you can declare your structure. Struct followed by your structure name and the member element of this structure. Yes, student. So suppose your structure name is employee. Suppose your structure name is employee. Then you have to write struct employee curly braces open. First employee name the same way character name. Employee name 30 character. Employee ID int EID employee ID int age employee's age float salary. What is the salary of your employee? So this kind of structure you can define in C programming. We have to follow this kind of syntax. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Unmute yourself or you can ask me, or even you can write your doubt in chat box. After completing the session, I will check your comment and will give you your answer. Okay. Then curly braces close semicolon. Don't forget to set the semicolon. It's very important. Many students forget to set the semicolon after defining your structure. Okay. Then start your program. Your C program start with this function main. When you write the main after any function, you set the parenthesis, and before your function name you set the return type. What your function is written here. Your main function is written void. Void means nothing. This function will not return anything. If your function return something, you have to write the data type in which data type it's written. Suppose your function is returning some integer value, so you have to write int main. Suppose your function is returning character values, so you will write char main. So here you just set the return type. What is the return type of your function? Your function name, and this is your argument. If you pass argument, here I am not passing any argument or not giving any input to this function main. So in this red line you can see I am just assigning the values to this variable s1 at the same time all the values. Okay, so if you are assigning all the values at the same time, you have to write struct is the structure, and your structure name is the student, and variable. So I'm setting my variable name is s1, means student1. You can assign you can give any name. Okay, I'm just giving my variable name is s1 equals to followed by curly braces and the values of all the element of this variable s1. S1 is type student, so students the first element we set as name, so we just write the name. The first variable in your structure you define name, so I just firstly write after this curly braces the first value is name. You cannot write your roll number first because here you are declaring name first, so you have to follow this order: name, then you are giving the id or roll numbers, so we have to write id in the second place. You cannot write percent here. Okay, you have to follow this order. Then age, so you set age here, the third and the last you set the percent, so you write the percent. You have to follow this sequence what you defined in your at the time of declaration of your structure. Okay, I think is it clear? Okay, this is the one method, declaring assigning all the values at the same time. This is the syntax. If you are assigning each value individually, name, then roll number, or then percent, then age, in any order you can, in which each value you are defining individually. So you have to follow this order. Firstly you have to declare your variable name. Variable name you can declare like this: struct student is your data type and s1 is the variable. This is your data type. Okay, and this is your variable name. Like in the same way you write the integer variable int a, what you write, int is a data type and followed by variable name. This is your variable. Okay, so here we have just declare a variable s1. Okay, assigning the value for each struct member. Here how we assign the value to each member variable using dot operator. There's a two way to assign value: using dot operator, or you can assign all the values at the same time. Here using dot operator we are assigning the values. S1 is your variable name, my variable name is s1, so you have to write s1 dot followed by your variable name. First, suppose you want to assign the name, so you will write s1 name, means the student1 name. Suppose you want to assign the second name, second student's name, so you will write second variable s2 dot name is the name of second student. So s1 dot name is the first, your variable name is s1, in name what's the name of your student s1. Student s1 name is Rahul, so you will write Rahul. One thing you notice, double quotation. When you write any string, you have to set double quotation marks. Okay, but in integer float there is no required to set the double quotation mark. Okay, this is only required in the string case. Here Rahul is a name and it is a string, so we have to write double quotation marks. Okay. Next, I want to suppose set the roll number, so I will write s1 is my variable name dot id. What is the roll number of student s1? Is it 1 2 3 4? The third, I'm setting the age. S1 is my student 1, and dot operator followed by age 30. S1 dot percent is 68.16. But this order you can change. You can assign roll number first, then name, then age, then percent, or you can set the percent first, then name. You can you can follow any order. If you are individually assigning all the values one by one, you can follow any order. Firstly you define the age, then name, then percent, then ID. You can follow any order. There is no restriction. But in the first case, we have to follow the sequence. So after giving the value or assigning the value, I'm just want to again this is your structure. How is getting memory allocation? First, name, roll number, age, and percent. This is your name, roll number, age, and percent. Okay. So name you have given the size 30. Roll number is 2 bytes, age is 2 bytes, and percent is 4 bytes. Okay. Name is 30 bytes. In the you set the value. Name is Rahul. So just write Rahul here. If the value will store in this memory location. Rahul value will store in this memory location. Then ID, you set the ID. This ID will store at this location. 1, 2, 3, 4, and age will allocate or store will be at this location, and your percent, what you percent set, it will go and store here in the memory. Okay, this is the simple how you get the memory location in your memory or RAM or hard disk. Okay, is it very easy? I think. Okay. After assigning the value of each the member variable of your structure student, how we can display or print. In C programming, I think you print many things, hello world and your name, and so how we can print? Displaying the value of struct members. Here struct member, 4 struct members. So the function for printing the message is printf. Printf is a function which display message on a screen. Okay, so printf we have write printf parenthesis open double quotation means your message which you want to display. Double quotation, student name is colon percent s. Percent is s is a format specifier. Format specifier. Your name is string, so you have just write percent s because your name is string. Comma your variable name, which variable you want to print. Here I want to print name of student, which is string s1 dot name. So here it will print student name is, what is the value of s1 dot name? Rahul. So it will print student name is Rahul. The second line, the function is printf, which is used for the printing the message, curly parenthesis, double quotation, backslash n. What is the meaning of backslash n? Unmute yourself and can speak, any one of you. What is the meaning of backslash n?
New line.
Okay, good. Thank you. Backslash n means a new line. Your cursor will jump into new line. Student ID is, it will print followed by percent %d. Percent %d means format specifier for the decimal value. Here my ID or roll number is integer value. So I have just write this format specifier percent %d s1 dot id. S1 is my variable name of structure and ID is member variable. So this value is integer value. So I have just write percent %d. It's a format specifier for the roll number. The third line, the next line, printf function. New I make a cursor is go to new line because I set backslash n. Student age is percent %d. Again my age is decimal value, so I have just write percent %d here, and the variable name is s1 dot age, the age of student 1. Okay, then semicolon. Semicolon means the statement terminator. My statement is completed here. Statement is terminated. In the last line, printf, again new line, student percent is percent f is again a new format specifier which is used for the displaying the float value. My percent or student percent is belongs to float, so I just write percent f. Okay, just close the parenthesis and semicolon. Statement terminated, and at the last of the at the last of the program of C, we write get ch, parenthesis open, parenthesis close, semicolon. Any one of you know the meaning of this get ch function in your C program?
Get the character.
What? Get the character. Okay. And any other student know the meaning of this function get ch? Okay, no problem. Get ch, the actual meaning of get ch is get the character from keyboard. When you hit any key from the keyboard, it will stop. Okay. So till now we have completed the meaning of structure, how we declare the structure, what is the syntax of structure, how we can access the member variable of a structure, and how the memory allocation happened in structure. If any of you any doubt till this point, you can ask. This is the output of your program. Rahul, student name is Rahul. The new next line, your ID is 12334. Student age is 30, and your student percent is 6.16%. No one has any doubt? No doubt? Any doubt? Okay, good. It is very good. If you do not have any doubt.
क्लास हुई थी उसमें जो
What?
सर जो पहले लास्ट क्लास हुई थी उसमें 2 पॉइंट थे, उनमें थोड़ा डाउट था.
ओके, कुछ बता सकते हैं क्या डाउट था? कुछ ध्यान है आपको?
यस सर, वो लाइन थी देयर इज अ 1-to-1 correspondence between the members and their initializing values.
ओके ओके, 1 मिनट में मान ले आता हूँ आपको. मैं आपको
स्ट्रक्चर इनिशियलाइजेशन.
1 मिनट में पीपीटी ओपन करता हूँ. वो पीपीटी मेरे पास है. आपका डाउट आप इसमें बताएंगे क्या बताया आपने, क्या बोला था?
स्ट्रक्चर इनिशियलाइजेशन सिंटैक्स देयर इज 1-to-1 correspondence
ये
between
ना?
the members
ओके
and
ओके,
their.
ये लाइन ना? स्क्रीन विजिबल है आपको?
सर विजिबल नहीं है.
आपको स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही?
No, sir.
ओके, 1 मिनट 1 मिनट. शेयर स्क्रीन. अभी आपको दिख रही है स्क्रीन?
हाँ,
यस
सर.
सर यस.
आप इस लाइन की बोल रहे हैं ना?
दोनों लाइन नोट
ओके,
वाली भी.
ठीक है. स्ट्रक्चर इज इनिशियलाइजेशन or syntax have been discussed in this class also. Struct your structure name, structure variable equals to curly braces open and the value of all the member variable and curly braces close. This is the syntax of your variable when you initialize all the variable at the same time. Okay? So the next line is here. There is a 1-to-1 correspondence between the member and their initialized value. Is the meaning of this line is here value 1. It corresponds to the what is the your first member variable of structure. Suppose this is a student structure. So the first member variable of student structure is name. So the value of 1 will be the name of student. If you define at the second place roll number, so the value of 2 will be the roll number. If the last member variable is percent, so at the last value should be percent of the student. Okay, means 1-to-1 correspondence. Is it clear now?
यस.
Okay, and then next इस लाइन में भी डाउट था आपको?
यस सर.
Okay, C does not allow the initialization of the individual structure member within structured definition template. ये डाउट है ना? देखिए इसकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, जैसे आपका ये स्टूडेंट स्ट्रक्चर है, ठीक है, क्लियर? आपके स्टूडेंट स्ट्रक्चर में आपने क्या किया, डिफाइंड योर स्ट्रक्चर नेम इज स्टूडेंट, फर्स्ट इज नेम इज 20 कैरेक्टर, रोल नंबर, float, marks, character, gender, long int, phone number. Okay, this is the definition of your structure. You cannot initialize this value at the time of definition, means you cannot set roll number is 100 here. You cannot write marks of the student is marks of student here. You cannot set the name of student here, because this is the template of your student. This is not a student, it's a template. Student is S1, S2, S3. Okay, you can understand this is the heading of your student. What is the heading? Means suppose when you write when you plot a table, there is some heading, serial number, name, roll number, marks, anything. So where you set the name, you cannot set name at the heading column of the table. You will write the name of student in the other rows. You cannot write the name at the heading of the name. 1 minute. Suppose this is your table. Okay, this is your roll number. Suppose this is your name of the student, here the grade of student, and this is the mobile number. Okay, when you assign the values, you will write roll number 1, name A, gender M, or mobile number is 10, anything. Student is 2, name is B, gender is F, and suppose mobile number is 20. You cannot write the value here. You cannot write R is 3, name is C, gender is M, and mobile number is 30. You cannot write here. You will write here. Okay, is it clear? So when you define the structure, you will just create the template like this table. Table as a template, serial number, name, age, this kind. So you can just say 1 minute. This line. This line is telling us C does not allow initialization of individual structure member within the structured definition template. Where we defining the structure, we cannot initialize here. Okay, now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any other student have any doubt?
सर ये PDF सेंड कर दोगे क्या आप?
Okay, I will share all the PDF and material, but after 1 or 2 class.
Okay sir.
The complete PDF of first unit I will share with you when this unit will complete.
Okay sir.
Okay, and any other student, if any doubt you can ask, or you can also write in the chat box if not comfortable to speak. So let's complete today's session here. You can you just write in chat box P. If you are textile student, you just write TT and P. And if you are a chemistry student, textile chemistry, then write TCP. Means I can easily classify you if you are belong to textile technology or textile chemistry. Okay, if you are textile technology student, then write TT_P. If you are textile chemistry student, just write TC_P. Okay, so it will be easy for me to classify you if you are belong to textile chemistry or textile technology. Okay, just thank you.
Sir, tomorrow class timing?
The same time, same ID. This ID will be same for all the classes, all the classes of this object-oriented programming. Okay.
But sir, Bherwa sir is telling कि है ना उनकी क्लास 12 बजे होगी according to timetable. बेरवा सर सर
नहीं, बेरवा सर से बात हो गई, वो 10 बजे लेंगे और फ्राइडे के दिन ही
नहीं सर,
नहीं मेरी
सर आज
वो भी आज सर ने
आज हमारे को 10 बजे से 11 बजे बोला था कि मैंने जो व्हाट्सएप पे टाइमिंग दिया है तुम्हारे को उसी टाइम पे होगी
आज
क्लासेस।
सर ने देखा ना, आपको दिया हुआ टाइम 10 से 11 दिया है, लास्ट मैसेज पढ़ो उनका सर का।
सर वो आज का
हाँ
था
सर
only।
सर सिर्फ फ्राइडे का 10 से 11 है, बाकी सैटरडे का
हाँ,
वापस
बाकी
सर ने 12
बाकी सर का सर अपना देखेंगे। आपकी इस सब्जेक्ट की क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग,
नहीं है।
1 मिनट आप सुनिए। आपकी ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग की क्लास फ्राइडे के दिन और सैटरडे के दिन 12 से 1 ही होगी, और इसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे इसी आईडी, इसी मीटिंग आईडी होगी, ये कॉमन आईडी है। ओके,
हाँ
आईडी
सर, पर जैसे कि ना सर ने हमारे को बोला कि ठीक है मैं फ्राइडे को तुम्हारी 10 बजे से 11 बजे तक ले लूंगा, लेकिन सैटरडे को मैं 12 से 1 ही लूंगा।
सैटरडे सर की क्लास ही नहीं है।
पर सर ने बोला है कि मैं लूंगा क्लास, मतलब।
चलो ठीक है, मैं सर से बात करके आपको बता देंगे।
उसकी है।
यस सर, ओके।
ठीक है, आपकी फ्राइडे सैटरडे के दिन 12 से 1 यही क्लास होगी, और इसी मीटिंग आईडी पे और इसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे। ठीक है,
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
और आपको कोई भी डाउट हो ना तो आप मुझे मैसेज कर देना या कुछ छोड़ देना। ठीक है, मेरा नंबर आप लोगों का पहुंच ही गया होगा। ठीक है,
यस सर।
बट आप लोगों को ये सब्जेक्ट के लिए ना एक छोटा सी बात है कि आप लोगों को सी प्रोग्रामिंग थोड़ी सी रिवाइज कीजिए। यदि आपने नहीं पढ़ी प्लीज पढ़िए, और उसके बाद भी कोई डाउट हो तो मुझे सी प्रोग्रामिंग में कहीं भी जो आपका फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में था उसमें कोई डाउट हो तो आप पूछ सकते हैं कभी भी। ठीक है, बट आप लोगों को सब्जेक्ट बेटा, हाँ
PDF सेंड कर देना सर।
मैं आपको जब ये यूनिट कंप्लीट हो जाएगी ना तब आपका सारा मटेरियल फर्स्ट यूनिट का आपको एक PDF में शेयर कर दूंगा। ठीक है,
यस सर, थैंक यू सर।
ओके।
Thank
नहीं,
you, sir.
आपको कोई भी डाउट ना सी प्रोग्रामिंग का अभी तक का मुझे पूछ सकते हैं, बट आप लोगों को पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा बेटा ये सब्जेक्ट।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, ठीक है, मैं मीटिंग क्लोज कर रहा हूँ। आप लोगों ने आई थिंक सभी ने अटेंडेंस भेज दी है। ठीक है, थैंक यू।
ओके सर।
आई एम क्लोजिंग दिस।
थैंक यू सर।
सर
ओके सर।